Hi folks, and welcome back to the Storm Cellar. This has been a bad week for U.S. military aircraft. First, an F-35B strike fighter crashes at Joint Reserve Base Fort Worth, and now the U.S. Air Force has grounded its entire fleet of the 509th Bomb Wing, which comprises all 20 B-2 Spirit aircraft. The aircraft's grounding came after an in-flight malfunction during a routine flight, which caused an emergency landing and a subsequent fire on December 10th. A similar incident occurred last year when a B-2 rolled off the runway at Whiteman Air Force Base during an emergency landing. So let's take a look at the U.S. Air Force's options and some of the problems with both the B-2 and our national security. Unfortunately, February of 2008, another B-2 crashed on the runway shortly after takeoff from Andersen Air Force Base in Guam. Here's a video of that crash. The exit investigation revealed that the crash occurred because of heavy rains, which caused moisture to enter the skin flush air data sensors. Because three pressure transducers failed to function, the flight control computers calculated inaccurate aircraft angle of attack and airspeed. Incorrect airspeed data on the cockpit displays led to the aircraft rotating at 12 knots slower than indicated. After the wheels lifted from the runway, the flight control system sensed a negative angle of attack, which caused the computers to inject a sudden, uncommanded 30-degree pitch-up maneuver. This caused excessive drag, resulting in an unrecoverable stall, yaw, and ultimate crash. Fortunately, the crew ejected safely. In 2010, also at Guam, another aircraft was badly damaged by fire during attempted takeoff for a routine training mission when a fireball flashed from a left engine, sparking an onboard blaze that destroyed the interior of the airplane. However, that aircraft was partially repaired, whatever that could be. So what does this mean to the U.S. Air Force and national security? Well, there are only 3 nuclear-capable bombers in the United States Air Force inventory. The first is the 76 venerable B-52 Stratoforces, which are the most combat-capable bomber due to its high mission-capable rate, large payload, and long range, and has no or zero stealth capability. Its only strategic mission now is as a standoff-capable bomber. In other words, its main job now is to fire air-launched cruise missiles, or ALCMs, way before getting into a surface-to-air missile threat area. Here's some footage of a B-52 on a bomb run. The second are the 67 B-1 Lancers, or Bones as they're called. The Lancer's primarily used for tactical bombing now, but does have a nuclear strike capability and is capable of carrying AGM-86B ALCM and the AGM-69 short-range attack missile. However, for all intent and purposes, this aircraft has pretty much been relegated to tactical bombing role only. Here's a bombing video of the B-1 on a bomb run. So what's the problem? It seems we have plenty of other bombers to fill the gap, right? Actually, grounding all 20 of the B-2s adversely affects one of the components of the nuclear strategic triad, which includes the Navy's ballistic submarines, or boomers, the 400 Minuteman III ICBMs, and of course the U.S. Air Force's bomber fleets. This brings me to the third bomber. Only 20 B-2s stationed at Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri. However, They provide the penetrating flexibility of a manned bomber. Its stealth characteristics give it the only capability of penetrating the enemy's most sophisticated defenses undetected. More importantly, its unique capability as the only U.S. deep strike aircraft makes it a strong and effective deterrent to a first strike from an enemy. Here's a video of the B-2 on a bomb run. Okay, so this brings me back to the grounding of the fleet. The Air Force isn't going to say anything about the cause of this last mishap unless the Accident Investigation Board has its findings. However, I believe there are three possible scenarios that could have caused the grounding. One, there's a computer problem which correlates between this crash and the last one. Two, a stressed component part that was found by the Non-Destructive Inspection or NDI team, which appeared on several of the aircraft. Or three, and here's where I get cynical, the Air Force is trying to rush the B-21 production by identifying a problem that has no history in the other aircraft. I only say this because I experienced something like this with the F-15 to the purchase of the F-22. Whatever the case, I'll follow up on any results of the B-2 mishap, and I'll get back with you folks. Finally, it goes without saying that the B-2 plays a critical part of our nation's security, and I hope the Air Force identifies the problem quickly and gets the fleet back up operational. Okay, hope this video was informative. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of future videos. I'd like to hear from you in the comments section below. So until next time, make sure all your takeoff and landings equal.